Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We got a lot of news and info on the FEH channel anniversary edition thing last night. So I thought it might be helpful to kind of quickly buzz through things in like 4 minutes or less. Just kind of cover everything that we need to talk about that you might have missed, or just the high key points in case you don't want to watch a 20-minute FEH channel. So to start off, we did get the Choose Your Legends winners. They're right there. I will have a separate Choose Your Legends video coming out soon. I want to compare my votes from this year and see how all that did. Surprisingly, my community predicted 3 of the 4. Bernadetta almost beat Corin. It was like a 100-vote difference. And had she, my viewers would have actually picked 4 for 4, which is kind of crazy. So maybe we'll do that again next year. Either way. Anniversary rewards are here, and they are robust, okay? Outside of 40 orbs, which feels like it should be 60 orbs because everything else has kind of like a 6 vibe to it. I only beg the question, will we get 100 or 10 or 1 for the 10th anniversary? Questions. I need answers. The Grails, 600 Grails is pretty nice, though. The trait fruits, not so much. It's like a little over half of a change, which doesn't feel that great. But make sure you're logging in daily, doing daily maps, all of those things to make sure that you get all of the rewards, including these. The Grand Hero party quests and such are coming back on a daily basis, okay, for 2 weeks. You only have one chance, one day each to get them. And you will nab a 5-star version of these for doing the completion of the quest. So if, especially you're merging any of these up, make sure you grab them. Or if you just want the fodder, I'm not really sure offhand what all of these offer in terms of fodder, but I know that some of the refines are really good, and they're worth building anyway, and they don't cost you any orbs. What will cost you orbs, however, 6th Anniversary Hero Fest, which honestly was a bit of a sleeper for me. I think rather than doing 2 Ascended heroes like Eden and then also Merida, maybe throw Rearmed Leaf in there instead of Merida, right? Like maybe do that. Put some, like, hit all the key points, right? So you have an Ascended, a Legendary, Harmonized or Duo, and then you've got a Rearmed, like something like that. But either way, there's going to be a lot of great banners coming up. I don't feel like this is worth your time. You will, however, have 15 tickets, assuming, of course, you do all the quests and get them, to summon on this banner. So maybe just burn tickets. The rates are elevated slightly to 8%. Really, it's still 5%. It's just the non-focus heroes are, you know, a 3% weight. So you have a slightly increased chance to get focus heroes over non-focus heroes. But either way, genuinely, I don't know that unless you have any merge projects or oddly specific fodder that any of these are going to give, it's probably not worth your time. So just burn the tickets and maybe get lucky. Speaking of getting lucky, you might get lucky on the special hero summon for year 6, which features every seasonal hero or special hero that we got for year 6 in one free-for-all. Now, you might be thinking, gee, which color do I pick? It's a great question. However, it doesn't necessarily matter because your color stone is not guaranteed to show up in your summon circle. So always have a second option. Personally, I'm probably going to pull blue and then probably colorless. Red is a little hit or miss. Red has a lot of great options. Okay, but there's also a lot of not great options sprinkled in there in 4-star form. Looking at you, Bride Cecilia, as much as I love you, you are just not that great. And then, you know, just go for what you want first and foremost, but always have a backup plan. Because there may be a thing where you don't want to summon on colorless, and then the heavens align, and you have 5 colorless stones. It's happened before, it'll happen again. That is gotcha. That's how it is. A hero rises. Speaking of things that you want, this is not the time for that. A hero rises is an event where any hero that exists in the game so far has a chance to be given out for free. All right, this is not something that you should be voting for as a Grail unit. You should not be voting for 3 and 4 star heroes. You should not be voting for 5-star special heroes. You should not even be voting for normal pool 5-star heroes. You should be looking at rarity. Okay, so the top factors of rarity here include things like legendaries and mythics, special heroes, rearmed heroes. Any of those, gangbuster. Reason being, there's a lot of those that are already really good and worth your time. All the normal pool stuff, all the lower rarity stuff, you're going to have bigger chances and better odds of getting them in something else. Okay? And especially if something like that does proceed through, it's not going to win in the voting gauntlet. And only the top 4 from the voting gauntlet actually go into the banner. And then the number 1 winner of the voting gauntlet itself is given out for free. So I think everybody as a player base should come together and kind of decide collectively. And for what it's worth, there's a lot of really great red options. Okay, Ninja Camilla, Summer Edelgard. There's Duo Crom. There's a lot of really great red options alone. So if you don't know where to start, okay, maybe peruse through that list on the red side. Great place to start. All right, there's stuff like Mythic Embla, for example. Red is a really good pool, just in general, and there's a lot of really great stuff that we had last year in particular that could benefit from that. So if you don't have a starting point, that's where I'd recommend. As I said, the voting gauntlet will be taking place afterwards at the end of February, and then the winning hero is gifted in March, which is also when we get the banner where the top 4 from the voting gauntlet are in the banner. Reminder, when you're choosing a Hero Rises options, they are sorted out by taps on the home screen, which means the really good ones, the newer released heroes, likely buried all the way at the bottom of the list. So don't let Is win. I know we think of it as IS, but it's actually Is. It's an official canon thing that they said on the record. It's dumb. Is wants to bury all the really good options typically, so make sure you scroll through and have a key target in mind when you're picking these out. Don't get fooled. Special hero summoning event for Valentine's or Day of Devotion if you're a Fae head. This banner I might genuinely kind of skip. There's some good fodder. Wrathful Staff 4 is in there. I think we have the newest version of Surge for attack res in there as well. But ultimately, I'm very pleased with FE being free, and so I don't know if I'll actually summon on this. Like, straight up. Genuinely don't know if I'll actually summon on this. So stay tuned and find out, I guess. But if that's up your fancy, then congratulations. They also fixed Arena, kind of. They got really close anyway. There's new mechanics featuring the bonus legendary hero, and what that's going to do is allow you to score higher regardless of what your enemy team looks like. So if you have the bonus legendary, you are going to get a max score out of your opponent no matter what they're running, which I think is a great way to kind of inspire slightly different, we'll say, arena teams for defense. I know personally, whatever my arena offense team is, I just set that as the default for the team for my defense for arena that week. I don't really know if that's a good strategy or not, but it's what I do. And then there's also another bonus where if you lose a hero, kind of like in Ether Raids, if you lose a hero while you have the legendary on your team, your score is unaffected. Now, if you lose 2 or more, probably yes. But just 1 hero down, great. Also, little side note, new arena tickets got featured here. I didn't really see anybody talking about that, but Arena Ticket B is down there, and currently we're looking at Arena Tickets A. So that cycle is likely going to start soon, in the next couple weeks, I think is when A gets cycled out. So little Easter egg, if you missed it, Arena Ticket B was featured here. We also are getting an update to the summoning pool. So anybody here from March of that year down to Choose Your Legends Brave Houses of that year, they're getting bumped into the 4-star special rate along with special heroes, but that's the 4-star special hero special rate, which just has too many specials in it, and I can't be bothered to find a slide on it. Just know that the summoning pool is getting weeded out just a little bit more, which is great. By the way, if you thought that was fun, guess what? You get now 2 Legendary, and Mythic Hero Remix banners at a time. Hero Tracker viewers will know that we didn't really know why we were having so many like bunched up remix heroes. That's because they're doubling up. Likely they will feature one of each remixed hero at a time, yada yada. What this does is it's offering a chance for non-remixed hero, but slightly older legendaries. Crom, for example, not really slated to get a remix anytime in the very near future, but not really new, right? So he's in this weird kind of limbo of like pre-remix, but post-debut. I don't really know where to put him. Probably going to be funneled into here with things like this, along with other heroes of that nature. How they split them up, we don't actually know, but just be aware that you're getting 2 now. Which leads me to one of the better changes, in my opinion, that they added to the game. The focus charge. What the focus charge is going to do is give you 3 little dots underneath your summon there, which will eventually go away once you do the 40 spark, yada yada. Every non-focus 5-star hero you summon, you're going to get a little charge, or a little dot. These little guys. Okay? Once you get 3, the 5-star non-focus rate goes away completely, and you only have 5-star focus options. Now, this charge only takes effect when you summon something that would otherwise affect your 5-star focus summon rate. Okay, so 4-star special heroes don't count. The 40 summon focus does not reset anything. That is how it works, and it is cumulative. Okay, so it's banner specific, but you can keep using it. And this is huge, mainly because up until this point, we haven't had anything outside of the 40 summon spark to guarantee a focus hero. It's all RNG past that. But now at least we have a bit of a failsafe. I think it would have been better as a 2-to-1 rather than a 3-to-1, but I digress. Every 3rd 5-star you summon being a focus would have been better than every 4th, but it is what it is. Overall, I think it's a very good change. I think it's a beneficial change. And I wish that that was effective sooner, but it hasn't been. And then these are what they will be effective on. It should be starting with the new Valentine's or Day of Devotion banner, featuring the Fates characters that we just kind of looked at briefly. But it will also be in these. And I'm a little bit nervous, Faye. Why are you calling out Omega Special Heroes specifically? Why are you doing that? I almost feel like you're targeting me specifically, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Are you targeting me specifically? Because I complain a lot about the Omega banner. This one this year wasn't that bad, okay? It was pretty decent. It was pretty good. The year prior was just god-awful. That's a rabbit hole I'm not going to get down into. That's everything that you probably missed or need to know about for the anniversary update, new things coming to Fire Emblem Heroes. I've already spent way too much time on this talking, and we're like 13 minutes past. So that's it. I will be covering Choose Your Legends very soon, so be sure to look out for that video. Also Barracks Tour and all kinds of things coming up. But that's it for this. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.